Welcome to the Educaloy. Today we are discuss about the unit of geographical thought. So there are several subunit in geographical thought. So let's discuss. First of all, we need to know the era of Greek age is belong to 800 to 800 BC to 150 BC. This age is divided in three ages. One is ancient Greek, then late Greek, then Great Roman. Basically, the works shows that the Greeks by the 8th century BC had considerable knowledge of geography of the Eastern Mediterranean. The history of geography includes many histories of geography which have differed over time and between different culture and political groups. In more recent developments, geography has become distinct academic discipline. We know that geography derives from the Greek word geographia. Literally, the meanings of this concept, this word geography, is earth writing, that is descriptions or writing about the earth. The first person who used the term of geography was Eratosthenes, but there have a confusions regarding the propounder of this term of geography is conflict between Eratosthenes and Hecatesius. So first we know the Greek philosopher who is Homer. He is a great contributor of geography as well as a Greek geography. Due to the flowing of timeline, Homer's age has changed occasionally as the series developed. As he was propound two books, first one is Iliad and second is Odyssey. He also defined the wind direction of the earth. Homer was a presumed author of Iliad and Odyssey, the two epic poems that are foundational works of ancient Greek literature. Of course, the Iliad is a set during the Trojan War, and the Odyssey described the importance of the literature of ancient Greek. So, these two poems are the great contributions of Homer, which described the different situations of the Greek. Now, second is Thales Miletus. Miletus is a town located near the mouth of river Mandris on the eastern side of Aegean Sea. Rose to fame in the 6th and 71st century BC with Thales, a brilliant Greek thinker. He was first Greek genius and philosopher and traveled concerned with the measurement and the locations of the things on the surface of the earth. He is credited with the several basic theorems of geometry. He was defined, of course, he was known as an Aeonian poet, as well as he described a little bit on Egyptian methodologies. Then he was an astronomer as well as a mathematician. He also known as the father of science in Greece. Now, Aristotle, the book which is written by Aristotle is Meteorologica. He was influenced by Thales. He also founder of the school of philosophy. He also founded the Milesian school of natural philosophy, as well as he used a term, a code basically, which is based on the lateral descriptions of earth, which is earth flats on the water, and earthquake occurs rocks by the actual natural phenomena. So the contributions of Aristotle, of course, is remarkable. Next is Anaximander. So the Anaximander is known as father of cartography. He propounded an instrument which is known as gnomon. It is a perpendicular sun dryer. It's also known as a Babylonian instrument. He was a Western philosopher. He first propounded the map of the earth within scale, basically a world map. He also somehow described about cosmology. He also used the term of eperon. Now Pythagoras. Pythagoras was a Greek mathematician and philosopher. He was a founder of Pythagoras Society. He also known as a father of number. Then Hecatesius. Miletus was felt to be the bride again when Hecatesius born around 1975 BC. A gifted thinker established a literary tradition opposed to the mathematical tradition established by the Thales and Anaximander. His book Gasperius, which define the descriptions of the earth, is regarded as the first attempt to put together available knowledge about the world systematically. Thus, it is with the reason that Hecatesius is acclaimed as the father of geography. But there have a little confusions and little controversy among the geographical society, among the bunch of philosophers, that they believe that Eratosthenes is known as father of geography, although there have confusions regarding this. So of course Hecatesius' works was divided into two parts. So first one is based on the coastal and second is European and Mediterranean Sea. So based on the coastal informative part, he was totally defined the geographical informations of Europe, and second dealt with the Libya, which is known as sections of the land that is associated with the present day of Africa and Asia. He also rectified and enlarged the map developed by Anaximander. He was a genealogia. Genealogia means the mythology of Greek. His work is known as New Geography. Now Herodotus is known as father of history. We all know the two famous quotes given by Herodotus. One is the Egypt is a gift of Nile, another is the history must be treated geographically and the geography must be treated historically. So these two famous quotes which we seek to understand and the phenomenon in the light of totality rather than specificity. So which is most important contributions of Herodotus, as well as he also described a little bit about Europe and to the Middle East. He was a pioneer of a noble synthetic approach to the study of discipline. Now Hipparchus. So Hipparchus is the founder of an instrument. He is actually an astronomer. He found of the instrument of astrolabe. Astrolabe actually is the updated versions of gnomon which is developed by Anaximander. He calculate the equinox. He was give a concept of longitude and latitude. He divide the great circle. He found the orthographic and historiographic projection. So today we're ending this up to Hipparchus. Next day we'll discuss further about the philosopher of Greek. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. If you have any queries regarding this, please put the questions in comment section. Thank you.